Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. The play clock's running down. And that'll set him back 5. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. And the big tight end shifting around. Bortles now on third and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you're in the Super Bowl, you're playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Ryan. Oh, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On third down, Ryan. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They had been building.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dontari Poe forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Bortles now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Adrian Claymore in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On third and long, it's Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out come the Falcons now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down, here's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now Ryan on second down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
In his own end zone, it's Bortles. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now he steps away, and he goes out right around the 39. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
From midfield, here's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. In motion is Austin Hooper. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Marcel Darius, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The tight end changing his position. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Underneath, Ivory. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 33. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. On first down, this is Ivory. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Red zone opportunity. On second down, here's Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. And here now come the Falcons. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight, and finding the tight end Hooper. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down. 23 yards on the play. For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ryan steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing is Bortles, being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Burns the man in motion right. Bortles going to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Third down. Here's Ivory. And some space here. Chris Ivory off to the races. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Ivory, 30 yards. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Knight. Now a desperation throw deep. And got his man complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st and 10, Knight. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Bortles going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Forced out to his left. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll toss it to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.